It's amazing! A game that only takes 3 minutes a day. Log in and log out, leaving rest of your day free. Genshin Impact used to take 2 minutes more. Shameful. Hey everyone, it's Finn from Finish Playthrough. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Zenless Zone Zero, so you can decide if it's worth playing, and I'll keep it brief, so you'll have more time for the game itself. Though that's ironic considering my intro. Zenless Zone Zero is an action RPG with anime-style character collection, resource grinding for leveling them up, combat sections, puzzles, and themed events. If you've played Genshin Impact, it's basically the same thing, but without open world, so it feels more like Honkai Impact 3rd, but more dynamic than both of those games and set in retro-futuristic world. The developers are still Hoyoverse, but from different studio as far as I understand. And apparently, this team has different content guidelines for people of culture. No, Zenless Zone Zero isn't as wild as Snowbreak, of course, but it does have fun shots and provocative trailers, sometimes both in same trailer. Outside of trailers, though, fanservice stops short. Characters and their relationship in-game are presented with more friendship and chastity, although at times Zenless Zone Zero feels more mature than Genshin Impact. That's a discussion for another day. The story is set in a world where retrofuturism blends internet, robots and androids with tube TVs, VCRs and arcade machines. As a patch 1.2, we are only starting to see main plot surface. Even the world has been hit by disaster known as hollows, areas when space and time desert, either contamination spreads and dangerous monsters appear. These hollows are treated with about as much seriousness as stabbing Q2. And have become part of city's infrastructure, energy and source of income for adventurers. Our main characters are siblings known as Phaethon, illegally guide adventurers through these dangerous zones. The game is divided into 3 main parts. Combat locations, short linear levels where you fight various enemies. The combat system feels like hack and slash with beat-em-up elements, where pairing, dodging and swapping characters to create combo attacks are key. Elemental effects and stuns play a big part in your battle strategy. Screens. These are puzzle-like minigames inside hollows, where you move through schematic maps, solve tasks and gather buffs. Lobby City. New Eridu serves as hub where you interact with NPCs, take on missions, visit shops and participate in limited time events. The most important things in the game is Waifu, I mean combat of course. The battle system revolves around farming squads of 3 characters and 1 robot called Bamboo. Squads are built based on your preferred combat style for each character, and depending on that, you can fill enemies' stagger bar for extra damage, use parries and dodges to chain attacks, build up elemental damage counters and combine these mechanics for synergy. Squad also activate character-specific abilities when conditions are met. The same goes for Bamboo. They're the game's mascots and provide bonuses for certain team compositions. There aren't too many characters yet since the game is newer than its competitors, but there are enough combinations of characters and Bamboo available for beginner players. Combat happens in main story, side quests, limited time events and challenge modes with regularly updates conditions and rewards. Most of the fights are fast-paced but short. The majority of combat's challenges are focused on quick completion times. Screens are weak point of Zenless Zone Zero. They have potential, but right now they feel drawn out and artificially extend gameplay. There are so many, it feels like supposed to be main part of the game, but no one is playing Zenless Zone Zero for moving a rabbit through screens, which is why they aren't in trailers. Moreover, with patch 1.2, screens were completely removed from main story. I wouldn't want them gone entirely, but making them less boring seems to be a challenge. Hoyoverse has some work to do here, as they've stated that screens want to be gone forever. The lobby is beautifully crafted and atmospheric. New locations and NPCs are added, and themed events encourage more interaction with lobby. I happily take screenshots in photo mode. Events reward you for this and often push you to interact not only with combat system, but also with various areas and residents of New Eridu. Unfortunately, once you've completed content of each new patch, your daily game time is limited to visiting a few places in lobby, which takes less than a minute. The other 2 minutes of daily gameplay Leveling up your characters. The gacha system lets you collect waifus, furries, or a budget version of 2B from AliExpress. It's not too greedy and guarantees you'll get character you want once you've saved enough in-game currency. The same applies to weapons and bamboos. The game gives the most resources for Rabbit Gacha. The longest part of the game is upgrading each aspect of your characters, their level, skills, passive abilities, weapons and music disc sets that replace gear, which can be assembled into bonus boosting sets. Each set has a huge variety of stats, and every character needs a specific type, making the upgrade process long. And the energy you spend to access upgrade zones depletes quickly and gives few resources. Even so, I've managed to collect and level up all my waifus in time, and I am still saving for future characters, despite getting wolfed twice. My favorite characters are Jane Doe, Alexandrina, the only one I don't have yet, but look at this good boy, and Bernice, who I do have, though this script was written before she appeared in Gacha, but I saved up my polychrons and I feel confident. Zenless Zone Zero is a dynamic, stylish game with atmospheric world, charming characters and thrilling combat system. There's plenty of content to start with, and limited time events are held regularly, adding some variety. However, once the story and side quests are done, there's very little left. Drawn-out screens and grind for characters upgrades go hand in hand with energy limitations, and limited time events are very short. At some point, Zenless Zone Zero doesn't often much, and if like me you enjoyed the game, you'll end playing something else until next update. Luckily, the game updates almost every month, and for first couple of days after that it's fun to spend time in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to Finished Playthrough, give a like and hit on the bell to stay updates. Let me know your thoughts on the game in comments. See you in next reviews.